Check out this amazing low profile TV stand. The assembly on it was super easy. Comes with all the screws and everything like that. So if you've ever put together a piece of IKEA furniture, this one will be a breeze. I love the aesthetics of it. It looks really nice. And I love how it's the wood laminate around the whole thing. A lot of the ones where you see some of the particle board, you don't have that with this. Very nice in details. And you notice those doors, they have a slow closing feature on it. So it's nice that they don't slam. So let's go ahead and check it out. I put a 65-inch TV on here. Let's look at the assembly, making sure everything was in there and we were good to go. So I did an assessment on that, made sure we had all the screws, all the different pieces, because that stings if you don't have everything. But everything was there. They even had some extra stuff in there as well. Then I also like to lay everything out like a puzzle to just know how everything's going to go together. So that's what I was doing there. And now we're going to go through the first steps. The instructions are super easy. They label everything very nicely. All the boards had little stickers. There was these pieces right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So even the number sequences make sense, right? So that's really nice. The instructions were very clear, very good illustrations and stuff like that. And you can even kind of see how it just comes together. Like, it's pretty straightforward. So as you're going through it, you'll notice that it has little grooves where you're going to put some of the thinner pieces of wood for the backing. And you can clearly see what's the front and back. Really super simple assembly. Like, look at me. I'm doing this with one hand and recording this with the camera with the other hand. So assembly on it, super simple and easy. Make sure everything lines up. Check your parts. I always kind of, sometimes I'll put things on the left side that needs to be the right side. So look at the illustrations. They do a really good job doing that. There was one area that I had to fix, and it was a simple little mistake of mine, and I'll show you guys that here in just a little bit. But yeah, you can see how assembly is just coming together really nice and easy. We got the bottom, the top section. Having a nice little electric screwdriver like this really is very handy. I'll be honest, it's nice to have that. But you can use a regular Phillips screwdriver. That's the other thing that's nice about it, is you don't have to have all these other tools. You just need a Phillips screwdriver and you can assemble this whole thing. But yeah, right here, let's talk about this. This is the part, simple little mistake, but they have 5 legs, and this is the middle leg. And this is the only one that you have to actually assemble with 3 screws. And when I did it the first time, I used the same screws that actually put down the mounts for the rest of the legs right there. So that was my bad. I just didn't look that close at the instructions. They clearly marked that they are 3 different screws. So right here, I'm pointing at my mistake. I had to take it apart. It needed to be flush, because these ones, if you notice, these screws right there, they're rounded, right? We need a flat one. So that's where they are in this package I&L. They labeled everything super nice. And then you can see right here is a flat screw. So there you can see it's flush. The rounded ones weren't flush, so it was wobbly. So that was the problem that I messed up on it. So easily fixed that, took care of it. And then look at the angles on this. Everything's pre-drilled, so everything lines up. Here's the doors. The hinges go on very simple and easy. Everything was pretty straightforward. I did not realize that these were soft close hinges, so they're actually really nice higher end hinges. I always hate when you close doors on furniture where it goes clunk, that loud noise and stuff like that, because this has the soft close features. You won't have that. So they definitely gave you enough screws. I like it when they give you a little bit of extras, and they definitely did that for us, which is super appreciative. The handles actually were metal. Sometimes they just have the higher end plastic finish with it, but no, these were actually metal. So I was really glad to see that with the assembly for this. It really just makes the whole look polished on it, and I super appreciate that. And so here I used a little thing to kind of prop up the door handles, so it just made it really simple for assembly, because the handles do protrude just a little bit, because they're supposed to, so you can grab the lip and open the handles. So I just put a little thing underneath, and then I was able to easily attach these. Like I said, I try to do everything with the camera in one hand and screen with another hand. So that tells you a lot how simple this assembly is, if you think about it. If I'm able to do multitask with that. So assembly, very simple and easy. So you can see how that came together. And then inside of here, this was the one part that was a little bit tricky, but it wasn't really. They had the pre-drilled screws in there. I almost was wondering if it might have been easier to put the hinges on the inside before putting it on the door. I don't know, maybe not. The last part is this little shelf that goes right in the middle. They have some grooves. I wanted to show you. Look at laminate all the way around. You know, like on the cheaper furniture pieces, they'll show the particle board on one end because you're not going to see it. They didn't do that. They wrapped this stuff with the around the whole particle board, and then you got those little metal dowels that fits into those grooves, and that locks into place, and which is really nice because that's not sliding out or coming out very easily. My overall thoughts on this, it's pretty awesome. I really like it. The assembly was super straightforward. Instructions were very clear. I like how they were labeled very nicely. So if you're looking for a good furniture to put together and not have the headaches, you're like, where does this go? This one was a really easy one to do. And the best part is it's solid and it looks really good. Like they didn't cut corners on this on a lot of other furniture that I've gotten and stuff like that. So thank you for sending this to me. I did get this for free, but love how we were able to add this into one of our rooms in our house. And the aesthetic on it is amazing. I put a 65-inch TV on there, so totally love it.